Welcome back to the channel. I'm Melissa and this is my beautiful sister Jessica.
You just went right into that. I wasn't even looking.
What are you looking at?
Michelle?
Hi. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Melissa and this is Jessica. In this video, we're gonna talk about how to set up your own calorie cycle, and we're gonna use the month of October as an example because we're super busy that month and it's also our birthday month. So it's gonna be a great one to show you how we structure our own calorie cycle.
We use calorie cycling with most of our clients because we think it provides the ultimate amount of flexibility to be able to have that, like live in that gray area, right? Where you're not having to constantly choose between being so black or white, you know, living your life, enjoying your life, or having to be on a diet. We really specialize in teaching our clients how to live in that gray area where it's like, I can still enjoy my life. I don't feel like I'm missing out, but I'm still losing weight and like looking the best I've ever looked in my entire life in the process.
Especially when life gets really busy or you have super busy periods of, you know, the month or of like, you know, the holiday season or whatever it is. Traditional diets fail because they're not sustainable. So what we do is we teach calorie cycling so that you can have days where you are eating a little bit lower of calories and then days where you have some higher calories. That way you're able to enjoy the flexibility of, you know, having some more indulgent foods, maybe if you're traveling or if you're away or whatever it is, it just gives you more flexibility than a traditional diet. So because in October we are away, we're all over the place, it's our birthdays, it's our dad's birthday, November 1st, there's just a lot going on. There
it's
always
Halloween.
Is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. How could I forget?
Halloween,
oh my God.
One of the best holidays of the year.
Right.
So why don't we show them how we're going to plan out our calorie cycle for October? That way you can see how we think about it, how we structure our high and low days, and that way you can emulate it if you have a busy month too.
You can celebrate our birthday as well. Before we jump in, if you're hearing us talk about high and low calorie days and you have no idea what calorie cycling is, first of all, it does not include a bike. Second of all, make sure you go check out our other YouTube video called Calorie Cycling 101 and it explains everything.
Let's get into it.
I'm glad you asked. You didn't ask, you just said let's do it.
I did not ask. So this is the month of October for us, and you'll see that we love October. And so we have a beautiful pumpkin here to celebrate beautiful October. How our month is starting, Melissa is actually flying back from Texas. We're gonna be in New York for a couple of days, so spending a couple of days in the city. So we know that the second and the third are probably going to be, you know, dining out, eating at restaurants, you know, having more indulgent snacks, drinks, things like that, things we don't normally do. These are 2 days when we know we're gonna be busy. Melissa's birthday is actually on the 11th, and just a sidebar, if you don't know anything about Melissa, at one point, like she's really started to scale it back and she only celebrates her birthday on one day now, but before it used to be an entire birthday week. So we've come a long way. Really proud of you. So we have one day where we're going to celebrate Melissa on the 11th.
That's not true because my birthday always falls on Columbus Day weekend, whereas over here. So I always had that like Monday holiday and it's a Tuesday, so now I can extend and celebrate the entire weekend. Anyways, okay. Continue.
So we're gonna celebrate Melissa for one day. She'll be celebrating in her head for about 5 and then be a little bit pouty when no one else is celebrating for 5 days. So everyone celebrate Melissa's birthday. We have the Texas State Fair that we're going to on October 15th, which if you have been to a fair before, you know that everything is fried, everything is like super indulgent. It's foods that you're probably not gonna have at any other point during the year. So we want that day to be a little bit higher calories, that way we can enjoy that. My birthday is on the 18th, exactly 1 week to the day from
would be
Melissa's birthday, which is really funny. We'll have to tell you the story about what happened the day Melissa was actually born and how I dropped her on her head, but that's a story for another time.
That'll be a whole YouTube video.
That should be a whole YouTube video. But we'll celebrate my birthday on the 18th, and then we're away on vacation for 3 days afterwards. So again, probably more drinks, desserts, dining out.
You get to Halloween.
And birthday cake. And then we have a little bit of a gap before one of the best holidays of the entire year, which is Halloween, when everybody goes balls to the wall with Halloween candy.
Okay.
Do you not?
Balls to the wall?
Yes.
Okay. By the way, I'm curious, what is your favorite holiday? Make sure you let us know in the comments below. Because Holiday. Oh. What's your favorite holiday? Because I love Halloween.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Yeah, that kind of goes.
And then November 1st is Dad's birthday, so it's just back-to-back whammy.
So it's one of those things where like you eat all the Halloween candy on Halloween, being honest, you're probably gonna start eating the Halloween candy a little bit on the 30th.
By the time you put it out for the kids, it's like half gone.
Half gone. Segue into the 31st with like really eating the Halloween candy, and then for us, we roll right into Dad's birthday the next day, so more birthday cake. Like this is the month that you like have birthday cake and all the leftover birthday cake for probably like 3 weeks at a time.
So total, we have how many high days?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll call it 9 for the month of October. So we have 9 high days where we are going to give ourselves those higher calorie days in order to enjoy, you know, like I was saying, more foods, more drinks, appetizers, restaurant meals, those types of things, because they're usually higher calorie foods.
When we held that up and like when you're thinking about the month, you're kind of looking at it and going, oh my God, the entire month I'm pretty much screwed because look at how much I have going on.
In the past, one thing that I feel like would happen is when you look at the month and you're like, I'm screwed, I feel like that's prime time to make that excuse of like, there's no point in starting a diet now because I'm not gonna have the opportunity to stick to it. There's too many temptations, so I'm just gonna wait and then I'm gonna start it in November.
But you cut me off.
Sorry.
So to go back to my point.
Sorry.
When you're thinking about a month like that, like where it's so busy, you have so much going on, it's almost like, oh my God, like I'm screwed the entire month. But when you actually write it down on the calendar and you have only 9 days realistically that are gonna be your higher calorie days, that leaves you with 21 other.
Do you want me to do it really quickly? What's 31? 31 minus 9? 31 minus 9, 22.
You have 22 other days of the month.
So that's 71%, guys. Like you have an opportunity to say 71% adherent to your program while still enjoying your life. And
so like just so for like one of the busiest months out of the entire year for us, every single year, the fact that for the busiest month we are able to stay 71% consistent, I think that's pretty good. I'll take that.
And this is again where we talk all the time about really understanding the different seasons in your life and understanding that not every season, not every month needs to be a fat loss month, right? For us, we kind of zoom out and we look at the year in chunks, right? Where we can say this part of the year we're going to be dedicated to fat loss. Some months we might be in a place where we're just gonna be okay with maintenance, right? The goal doesn't always have to be losing weight or getting smaller. Sometimes we can say, you know, I did really, really well last month. I had an opportunity to stay on track, let's say 95% of the time. But realistically, like going into October for us, we're looking at, you know, 71% adherence to high or low calorie days. By understanding that, like we're going into October, not with any crazy goals to, you know, see a 10-pound weight loss on the scale, but if we can get through the entire month and maintain our weight and still enjoy everything about the month and not feel restricted, that's a huge win.
Yeah. Hopefully that was helpful for you to understand how we handle these types of situations. Again, if you want to learn more about calorie cycling, make sure you check out our video, Calorie Cycling 101, and we also have a calorie cycling guide linked in the description below. So make sure you download that and it should give you everything that you need.